Hi geeks, welcome to my channel. Let's check out the 8 new summer items that arrived this week. Also, there are 2 fall seasonal items that returned super early, so let's get started. Starting with the pretty plants. This one's a strawberry fern plant, I think it's called, and it's $9.99. And it's the season for aloe vera plants. They are $5.99 each, which is a great deal because it comes with a pot, and I don't know if you can tell, but these are a decent size. I always like looking at the apples. There's Honeycrisp apple for $1.49, Cosmic apples for 99 cents. I think the price went down on those. Fuji apples for 69 cents, Gala apples for 79 cents. Do you guys like Gala apples? I know a lot of people get them in their haul, but they're just never crunchy enough for me, so I usually skip that and get my favorite apples, which are the Envy apples, $1.29. They are so firm, crisp, crunchy, sweet. They're so good. Highly recommend. And another item I recommend is the Kumado tomatoes. They are really sweet. All I do is just cut it up and add some sea salt to it, and it's so good. Or drizzle some balsamic. I've heard such good reviews on these Marzano tomatoes, but every single time I go and feel them, they're really soft, and so I always pass on them because I don't feel like I can finish it within a day or two. But let me know, are they usually always soft? And the potted basil, this is $3.99. I always feel like this is the better deal than the basil found in the containers, but I can never keep it alive. So if you guys have any tips, let me know. And here are the soups. This is one of my favorite soups. I get this on repeat in the wintertime, or if I'm sick, the kettle cooked chicken soup. And the lentil soup, this one is another good one. I used to like it a lot, but it is super, super thick. So sometimes I add a little hot water to like thin it out a little bit. And I haven't tried the minestrone soup, and I don't know why, because I love minestrone. The organic very green soup is delicious. It has like this umami flavor, highly recommend. And the curried white chicken salad. For those who live in California, they have the best curry chicken salad at Earth Cafe. Highly recommend. Let me know down in the comments if you think this is worth a try or not. For some reason, I always just bypass it. Now, the wine country chicken salad I've heard great reviews on. Moving on to the wraps, there's so many wraps to choose from. Organic Southwest chicken wrap, the buffalo style chicken breast wrap, tuna salad wrap. There's another chicken wrap. This one's with pesto vinaigrette. And this one's tarragon chicken salad wrap. They always look so good to me, but I know that it's just not going to be as good as they look. The turkey spinach wrap. Like, I feel like they're too soggy, or I don't know. Here's a turkey club wrap. I do get the lentil wrap though, which I really like, but that's more on the dry side, so I don't mind that. And the turkey apple cheddar sandwich. I tried this once. I bought it to take on a flight with me for like a quick, easy meal, and it ended up being really dry. It's supposed to come with Dijon mayonnaise spread on it, but it just tasted really dry. It was just like turkey, apple, cheddar, and bread. Moving on to the new items section. Here are the freeze-dried fig slices. This is unsweetened and unsulfured. 180 calories for the bag, and it is just one ingredient, freeze-dried figs. It's a product of Turkey, where a lot of figs are originally from. And here is a new tea, the organic Assam black tea, and this is from India. It's an organic tea, which I appreciate because a lot of teas are heavily sprayed with pesticides. So if you can, try to get organic tea. And here's another new item, the Sri Lankan organic mango chutney. Before, they used to have a mango ginger chutney for like the longest time, and then it just disappeared. But it's okay because we now finally have a new one, and it's organic. And this one doesn't contain ginger. You can pair this with cheese and crackers, or you can pair it with meats. There's always so many different trail mixes to choose from, but there hasn't been like an updated flavor variety of the trail mixes. So these are all pretty much staples. Nothing new that I see. But they're all good. I just wish in the trail mixes that the nuts were a little bit more crunchy. I feel like if they're mixed with the dried fruit, it comes out a little bit more softer. And they're all around $4.99 to $5.49. I feel like the prices have come back down. Of course, as soon as I say that, that one's $6.49, $5.99. There's a $3.99 one. But I remember at one point, like, these bags were like $8. Do you guys remember that? There's the Go Raw Trek Mix. This one includes tart cherries and dried pineapples, and that's $5.99. Moving on to the nuts section, these sweet and spicy pecans, they're so addicting. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. They're not that spicy, just a little bit of a kick at the end, and they're just dangerous. It's $4.49. And if you don't want the spice, then you can get the candied pecans, also really delicious. You can add this to salads, or for me, it never even gets into salads because I just snack on them straight out of the bag. And they have the roasted and salted pecan halves. There's a little tip I want to share with you guys. If the bag on nuts says that it's roasted, then it almost always has some type of oil that it was roasted with. But if it says dry roasted, like this bag, then it was literally just roasted on its own, no other oils added to it. Now these are dry toasted sliced almonds, one of my favorites. They're so crunchy and crispy. And these are just one ingredient, dry toasted blanched sliced almonds, which is great. Usually the flavored nut mixes, like the ones that contain rosemary or truffle or honey roasted, those are the ones that usually contain the oils. So like for instance, this one has high oleic sunflower oil. Moving on to some fall items. So the apple cider donuts are back. This is $4.49. And I got to sample this last year. They are a little bit dry, which I actually don't mind. It's 320 calories for a donut, which isn't too bad considering some donuts are like 600 calories if you get it from a donut shop. And the chocolate Brooklyn babka. I can't believe I still haven't tried this, but I know everyone says it's delicious. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but it is 250 calories per serving and it is $5.99. These I always look at too, the mini carrot cakes. I love carrot cake, and I haven't tried these either. They're 470 calories, and it is $5.99. Here are some of the muffins, blueberry muffins for $4.99. The gluten-free muffins are my favorites, even though I'm not gluten-free. And the banana chocolate chip muffins, these always look good to me also. And this is one of my favorite breads, the Ezekiel bread, which is $4.99. It used to be $3.99, and then it was $4.49, and now it's $4.99. But my favorite one is the sesame flavor. It tastes better toasted, in my opinion. And British style crumpets, these are also one of my favorite things to get. These have been around forever. They're 100 calories, they're a little bit spongy, they're a little bit soft. It's kind of hard to describe the texture, but it is really good with butter and some jam. Hand-twisted cinnamon sugar bread. This sounds so good to me, but I haven't tried it. 180 calories. I heard some people make French toast with them, so that sounds good. The gluten-free bread, I've tried that before years ago. That is a really dry bread. And I love that Trader Joe's carries organic and reduced sugar jam options. Moving on to more new items, the Tiniest chocolate chip cookies. How adorable are these? Really excited to give these a try. It's 120 calories per serving, which is 26 grams or a third of a cup, or that comes out to 65 little cookie pieces. So there's many things you could do with this. You could eat it on its own as a snack, or use it as a topping in yogurt or ice cream, or add milk to it and make it into a cereal. Here's another new item, Italian sparkling mineral water. This is $1.99. And here is a new tea, organic Nilgiri black tea for $5.49. This one is from the Blue Mountain region of southern India. The other tea was from northern India. So nice to have options. They still have the fresh mozzarella cheese snackers. This is $3.99. I love that it comes in little packs and are individually wrapped so that it doesn't go bad quickly. One snack pouch is 70 calories. The sliced goat milk cheese always catches my eye. Every single time I'm looking in the cheese section, I'm always so curious because I usually have it in like the form of a log or crumbled. So let me know if it's good, although I try not to buy too much dairy and cheese if possible. It really has to be an exception. So let me know if it's good on sandwiches, but I feel like it would be. Moving on to the iconic non-dairy oat creamer, brown sugar. This is $1.99, such a good deal. 1 tablespoon is 25 calories and it's 4 grams of sugar. I know a lot of people use this in their coffee, but I actually use it as a topping to my oatmeal. And cottage cheese. So I know a lot of people prefer Trader Joe's small curd cottage cheese. I haven't tried it, or if I have, it's been years. My favorite brand of cottage cheese, they don't sell at Trader Joe's, so I just pick it up from a different store. And the overnight oats, I'm just not a big fan of overnight oats. Do you guys like it? I always see so many videos on people making overnight oats in jars, and it looks so good to me. And I always get sucked in, but then I usually just end up eating warm oatmeal and making it in the morning and then pouring that brown sugar oat creamer on top. So good. Here are the yogurts, different flavors. The guava passion fruit sounds really yummy for 99 cents. That one is made with whole milk. And this is another new item, the unexpected cheddar cheese spread with hatch chili. There's so many things you could do with this. You could add this to pasta. You could have this with cheese and crackers. You could use it as a sandwich spread. It is 90 calories for 2 tablespoons. And I'm sure I'll see this on a lot of charcuterie boards on Instagram. Here's another new cheese, the TomaProvence. Artisan cheese with basil, thyme, and rosemary. That sounds delicious. I could see this as a grilled cheese or shaved on top of pasta. The baked cheese crunchies. These are a problem for me. I will go through phases where I just will get them on repeat, and lately I've been doing that. I go through half a bag, but I'm just loving that the pieces are so big lately. Like sometimes throughout the year, the pieces are really small, like at the bottom of the bag, like this. So if I find a bag with big pieces, I will just grab a bag because they're hard to find. And the fall seasonal items are slowly starting to roll in, like the fall leaf corn tortilla chips, so cute. The peanut butter caramel coated popcorn. This is vegan. I know a lot of people love this, whether you're vegan or not. I thought they were okay, but that's just because I'm not a fan of peanut butter flavored foods. I much prefer peanut butter on its own, but I do make exceptions for peanut butter cookies or protein bars. Moving on to sauces, the General Tso sauce, gyoza sauce for $2.99, soyaki. I rarely buy a jar of sauce because I know it's going to take me forever to finish. I will use it once and then it just ends up sitting in my fridge forever until I throw it away. Except for the sweet chili sauce. That one I use because that one has a long shelf life. And here are the curries. I'm not a fan of the organic tahini, even though it's a great price, $3.99. I buy mine from online, from a different brand. And the white miso paste, $2.99. I still have a brand new one in my pantry that I haven't even opened yet. And the organic sriracha roasted garlic barbecue sauce, that one sounds yummy to me. I like barbecue sauces with a little bit of sweet and spice to it. The chunky garlic jalapeno, I did not care for this. I know people loved it, but it just tasted like straight up brine. So I'm torn because I only tried it once or twice, but I know I don't like it. I could return it, but then I feel bad. So I just end up keeping it until I throw it away, which is so bad too. Here are some Korean sauces, the harissa and Italian bamba sauce. Both are fantastic. The peri peri sauce I wasn't a fan of, and I really thought I was gonna love it because I love Peruvian food, but it just was a miss for me. The sweet picante peppers with cream cheese filling, eggplant garlic spread. This has been around for years, along with the red pepper spread. They're so good. Like you can use it on sandwiches or with crackers or even as a pasta sauce. Here's a new item that has been floating around on Instagram for a couple of weeks. I posted about it. Check out my Instagram because I try to post new items that are arriving or coming soon before they actually arrive. So just to share with you guys and give you a heads up before they actually come into stores. So this is the Kimbap, the Korean tofu and vegetable seaweed rice roll. A lot of people are leery about this because kimbap shouldn't be frozen. It's like a fresh food. But surprisingly, I've heard really good reviews so far. All you have to do is cut the corner of the package and microwave it for 2 minutes. 420 calories for the entire sleeve, so this will be a quick and easy meal. I never gave two thoughts on the dark chocolate covered mini pretzels until I tried it at a friend's house who had it on her charcuterie board, and it was like the best snack on the charcuterie board. It is so good and so underrated. I highly recommend you guys trying it. And the bag is pretty big, so compared to other snacks that are $3.99, I think this is a pretty good deal. And here are the pretzel nuggets that are also chocolate covered. I've heard very good reviews on the vanilla bean oat ice cream. And here are some of the other ice creams of the summer. And here are the staple ice cream flavors that are offered throughout the year. The coffee bean blast, that one sounds good. The ultra chocolate, that sounds good too. I haven't tried that, but the French vanilla I have tried. It's so good on its own or a la mode with like a slice of pie. And here are mini hold the cones, chocolate chip, chocolate, hold the dairy. I go back and forth whether I like the brownie crisp coffee ice cream sandwiches. In general, I love ice cream sandwiches, which is why already it's kind of built in that I will like this, but there's something about this that kind of tastes off a little bit to me. Also, I could have sworn these were 140 calories years ago, and now they're 160 calories, so they must have changed the recipe at some point. And before I get into the weekly haul, I wanted to let you guys know that I will be traveling to the East Coast to visit family. So I don't know how many hauls there will be in the next couple of weeks, but I will try my best to still share when I do go shopping and hopefully show you East Coast items that they carry regionally that California stores don't have. Now let's get into the haul, starting with the new item, the Tiniest chocolate chip cookies. I was so excited to try these. And all things considering, for one serving, there's only 7 grams of sugar, which I was pretty surprised because I was expecting a lot more. Picked up some quick meals for the week, paneer tikka masala with spinach basmati rice and butter chicken, another favorite. So I haven't seen the TikTok video, but I've heard about it. And I guess there's some combination with cottage cheese, mustard, hearts of palm, and sausage. And it's supposed to be really good, so I might give that a try, even though I don't have cottage cheese right now, but I do have mustard. The organic shredded kale came back in my store. The last 2 trips, they were missing, and so I had to grab a bag. Got the baked cheese crunchies that I was telling you about earlier. I've been on a kick, and the pieces are just so big, so that will be gone quite soon. Picked up another bag of organic wild blueberries. These are my favorite. I like adding them to smoothies or on top of warm oatmeal. Got another bag of apple chip duo. This I will be taking on my flight. And I also got some protein bars to take on my flight as well. I love the Go Macro bars. I just don't get them that too often because they're a little bit pricey and the calories are also a little bit on the higher side, so I don't get them too often, but they're really good. They taste almost like a taffy. And picked up organic beef bone broth. This is going to be a base for a soup that I'm going to be making this week. And my favorite MV apples, picked up 2 to make apple granola. So you know how some people make apple nachos? I make a thing called apple granola, and I will be sharing it with you guys in another video at some point. So stay tuned for that. Picked up another yogurt. To be honest, this non-fat plain yogurt isn't my favorite. It tastes a little bit more sour compared to other brands, but it will do in a pinch, so I got one, and I got the mini French baguettes because I want to pair it with the pizza bread cheese that I got last week, which I still haven't opened. And I got sliced Korean rice cakes because I love adding this to soup or stir fries. All you have to do is soak them for like 20 minutes in water before you either add it to soup or stir fry it, and they cook up pretty quickly. They're so soft. They're a good alternative to pasta, and it's gluten-free, and I love that there's only 2 ingredients in it, so highly recommend giving that a try. Picked up more eggs. Usually the pasture-raised eggs have a orange yolk, but lately the past 2 times it's been yellow, which is kind of disappointing because it just seems like they might be cage-free eggs, but that's just me being paranoid. Anyways, that was the haul for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Until the next video, ciao guys.